Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today's a special day. It's Friday, okay? NFL Q&A. Typically, I don't end up doing Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, or Friday morning streams. The girlfriend has today off. She's going to be taking her daughter to some school orientation. So, you know what? I'm going to be doing a show in the morning. And then I said, fuck it. I'll end up doing a show later tonight, sometime between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., in the evening Pacific time. I'm watching Good Morning Football. I'm watching NFL Live Now. I'm almost watching the Pat McAfee show here on the computer also. So I just figured, fuck it, hop online, hang out. We'll see who ends up fucking hopping online. I didn't really have a lot of time to prepare. I just kind of did this as a, I'm watching fucking everything on sports anyways. The girlfriend's gone. The girlfriend's daughter's gone. All right. I got the house to myself. It's just me and Paisley. So fuck it. All right. Let's hang out. All right. And guess what? It's never too early for beer. Let's start it. All right. It's 10:15. It's 10:15 here in Oregon. It's never too early for Modelo Chelada. YouTube GM in the building. What to do? Kettle in the building. What to do? Elliot Evans in the building. Gang, 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 gang in the building. Sarah Small in the building. What to do? Alex in the building. What to do? So, I figured last minute, I'll just make a quick thumbnail. I'm watching NFL Live. I got Pat McAfee show here. We can listen to him, see if they got anything interesting to say. So I got McAfee and AJ Hawk, obviously, here on the other split screen. And I figured, we could just hop online and just hang out. Obviously, I don't think there's really a whole lot going on. I mean, the main thing right now that everyone's really talking about is the Dougie P hire and also the kind of anniversary of Philly and the Eagles in 2017 of winning what? The Super Bowl against, Tom Brady after he threw for like 500 plus yards in the Super Bowl and lost and broke the record. But what's really starting to come out besides that, from what I have seen, is that this story is starting to heat up a little bit. Will they actually hire him? I don't know, but it sounds like Eric Bieniemy is getting some traction, and Saints fans are clamoring. They're like, anything to beat the Buccaneers, anything to beat the fucking Panthers, anything to beat the Falcons. If we can sign this guy and you can keep Dennis Allen. So if you got him at head coach and maybe OC, calling the plays, and then you can have Dennis Allen as a defensive coordinator. Okay, now you just got to figure out who your quarterback's going to be. I know Shaq Barrett came on, on a couple different programs and had some interviews saying, hey, he thinks the Buccaneers are still going to be Super Bowl contenders. Pump the fucking brakes. All right, we need to get a quarterback first. Now, if we get Russell Wilson in the building, all right, I'll be like, yeah, we're Super Bowl contenders. But until we end up getting someone better than Kyle fucking Trask, let's pump the brakes on that statement. I still think we're going to retain a lot of the talent. I think a lot of people are going to want to come back to Tampa Bay. But also the other big story is like in the thumbnail, the Jags, and Doug Peterson. What do we think about this? One thing that I did notice when I was looking at the schedule, and you guys know I love Twitter. Twitter is my favorite, by far. There's a lot of fucking assholes on Twitter, right? You can go on Instagram. I think it's kind of played out. Facebook, played out. TikTok, you'll never see me on there. I mean, unless I get some kind of big-ass endorsement deal, but I'm probably never going to do TikTok. Not my thing. You know what I mean? But Twitter is my favorite. I'm always on there reading memes, GIFs, obviously video. I just like to have one app that I can get all that information in one, right? And they actually play Philly, I believe, in Philly. So Dougie P's coming home next year. And if Carson Wentz is still the quarterback of Indianapolis, they end up playing Carson Wentz. So there's a little bit of intrigue there that you're going to get Dougie P in Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence, going to go back home to Philly, all right, to the link, and then you're also going to end up playing Carson Wentz on the Colts as well. So I got Pat McAfee show here on the left. I got NFL Now on the TV. Paisley's chilling in the other room, and we're just hanging out. So, like I said, I normally don't get a chance, to record early in the morning. My girlfriend works from home, okay? And sometimes she works late, which is a little annoying because I don't know if she thinks that this isn't like a real job. This is my full-time job. So it's like if she works from 8 o'clock in the morning, right, until 4, I expect you to be done around 4, 4:30. So if I want to hop online at 5, 6, 7, and then sometimes it goes to 5 or, 5:30 or 6. And so it's like, you're kind of cutting into my time. I'm trying to find time to grind it out. But she decided to, they had this little school orientation thing. Her daughter is going to end up trying to go back. Hopefully she doesn't get COVID and pass it along to fucking me. That's my only concern. But for the meantime, I was like, fuck it. I'm not a lazy motherfucker. All right. I'm always grinding. I'm always watching these shows anyways. So I figured, hey, let's fucking hop on and just hang out. And then, like I said, we'll see who shows up. And then, like I said, I'll still do a show later tonight. Like I said, I'll still do a show around 5 to 7 p.m. But I figured, hey, fuck it. A pleasant surprise. All right. YouTube GM in the building. What to do? Kettle Cuber in the building. What to do? Elliot Evans, gang in the building. Sarah Small in the building. What to do? So I couldn't get into work. My driveway, I was stuck in. I imagine. How much snow do you got out there? 10 to 12 inches? I heard it's crazy. YouTube GM, a pleasant surprise. I mean, shit, if I could honestly record in the morning and in the evening every day, I would. I'm a grinder. You know what I mean? No one is ever going to question my fucking work ethic, my energy, all right? And it doesn't have to be because I'm on fucking edibles or I'm drinking. I just have a natural energy about me, all right? Elliot Evans, he says, it's 12:15 here. I woke up 3 minutes ago. All right. Well, I don't know how the hell you woke up 3 minutes ago unless you stayed up really late. Alex in the building, what to do? Kettle, he said, hopefully Russell Wilson is our thing. Hey, I need Russell Wilson to be my thing. Russell Wilson in Tampa Bay has kind of a nice little ring to it. I know that, let me go to my Twitter, and I actually reached out to Birdman951. I think he's got the day off today. So if that's the case, and he's got the day off today, maybe we can find an opportunity to be able to do a show together and just discuss Dougie P, discuss, obviously the Eagles, and obviously the Eagles finally having that kind of like anniversary where we can have the Philly, which was today, which is very exciting. So I ended up watching that. AEW Rampage is on later as well. I'm just trying to go through my feed here to see if I can find that Russell. Oh, here it is. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. One sec, fellas, ladies and gents. All right. Where are we at here? Where am I at? I'm going to find it. There it is. All right. You say, hopefully Russell Wilson's your thing. Russell Wilson needs to be my thing. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. All right. Russell Wilson in a Tampa Bay Buccaneer uniform. You can't tell me that doesn't look clean. Dangerous, Mr. Unlimited. If I get Dangerous, I think I would rather have him than Aaron Rodgers. No cap. Aaron Rodgers, he can still end up going, to Denver, and they can do the Denver thing over there. But you cannot tell me that doesn't look cool. You might be like, fuck that, I want him on my team. But, to me, dude, that looks like it's natural. That looks like it fits. That looks like Russell and Orion linking up for the NWSF and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Doesn't that look clean? Come on now. It looks clean out there. Let's go. I don't know if it's going to happen, but damn it, make it happen. Bruce Arians, make it happen. Glazer family, Dangerous to Tampa, make it fucking happen. It looks good. It seems like it would be a great fit. I know a lot of teams are going to want him, but I definitely would rather have Russell than Aaron Rodgers. All right. I don't know if I can count on Aaron Rodgers to come up big in the big games. Colts looking at Allen Robinson and Chris Godwin. Gesicki is nice. Njoku's kind of garbage. Gesicki is nice for the Dolphins. Godwin, as long as he's healthy, he'll be fantastic. I actually like Godwin just as much as Evans, if not more. No cap. Allen Robinson needs to revitalize his career. And I don't know if he's going to do it with Carson Wentz. You had Justin Fields, and they ended up going to, Mooney a little bit more. So I'm hoping for the opportunity to be able to see what Allen Robinson can do. Now, if Allen Robinson can go somewhere where he can get the fucking football, he can end up being a top 10 wide receiver again. So for years and years and years and years, this motherfucker might be the most underrated wide receiver in the game besides Cooper Kupp, which is famous now, Robert Woods, Bobby Trees, and Tyler get to the door and lock it. Peter Schrager will steal that in 3, 2, 1, stolen. Okay. Catchphrases, these people love to steal my shit, right? But we'll see. If you get an Allen Robinson and Godwin, the Colts are going to be nice because you guys lack tight end and wide receiver. Sarah, we talk about it all the time, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to you guys having a good offense and having some weapons for Carson to throw to, unless you move on from him and you go somewhere else. All right. So I feel like Carson is a Jimmy G level quarterback. He's starting caliber, but he's not going to elevate your team much. I disagree. I think Carson Wentz is better than Jimmy G. Jimmy G fucks up and makes horrible mistakes with interceptions, fumbles at the worst possible time. He's done it over and over and over again. Simply a game manager. Do we not remember what Carson Wentz was in college? Do we not remember in 2017 when he was probably going to win the MVP? And if you remember with Carr, before Carr got hurt a few years ago, he was going to probably get MVP of the league. So all y'all haters of Carr and Wentz, they're a little bit better than people give him credit for. Wentz didn't have anything to work with. You had Jonathan Taylor. You had Quentin Nelson, an amazing O-line, Darius Leonard, Kwity Paye, DeForest Buckner on the defense. But you tell me, Michael Pittman Jr. is your best option? That's the reason why they kind of fluttered towards the end of the season. T.Y. Hilton is a legend, but he's old. Let's be honest. I love him, but he's old. All right, so if you can replace those guys, Michael Pittman Jr. should be your third option. So if you get two receivers that are better than him, get in at Gesicki, you tell me that the Colts aren't going to be able to win 10 to 13 games. You know they are. You know they are. If Carson can hand off to Jonathan Taylor 50 times a game, just kidding, probably somewhere between 20 and 30, he's going to dominate. He's arguably the best running back in the league now, right? He's right up at the top in the top three. All right, he's definitely proved himself from Wisconsin. I see you. Go Badgers. All right. The defense is lit. All right, Darius Leonard is one of the top linebackers in the league. Facts. DeForest Buckner is a beast. Facts. Kwity Paye's got a lot of potential. Facts. All right. And then you got the best offensive lineman arguably in the league with Quentin Nelson. So you tell me, if you don't get someone that you can actually distribute the football and you got better options than old-ass T.Y. Hilton, all right, and Michael Pittman Jr., come on, let's be honest. I mean, if he actually had weapons, they would have made the playoffs this year. They could have made the playoffs if he didn't play shitty against the Jags. We know this, but I think Carson is better than people are giving him credit for. And trust me, if anyone's going to be critical of Carson Wentz, Marcus Mariota, critical of people like Jimmy G or those mid-level to average, below average guys, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. All right, like NSYNC, it's going to be me. All right, it's going to be me. All right, I'm going to be critical. Carson Wentz is better than Jimmy G. I would rather have Carson Wentz on Tampa than Jimmy G. Jimmy G, no thanks. Carson, there's going to be ups and downs, but as long as he's mentally up here, I would rather have someone that's mentally broken. I can fix this because I'm fixable, okay? But if you're brittle and you're fucking, your body is broken, there's nothing coming back from that, all right? That's just my personal fucking opinion, all right? GM, he said, I guess I'll have to wait and go back to work on Monday because it's a storm. Can't get out of the driveway. 12. My God, that's a lot of snow out there. That's a lot of snow. We don't got anything out here. All right, Alex, get better, my dude. Get better. What about Aaron Rodgers, the Indy? I don't think that that's going to be an option. Let's think about it really. I mean, I know that he's trying to buy property, in Tennessee, and then the Titans fans are like, oh, we're getting Aaron. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. But I don't think it's not a disrespect to Indy. They got everything there. All you really need is an amazing quarterback, just like Denver and Tampa Bay, and you're set. Like, we really have a lot of pieces on the O-line, the D-line, the coaching staff for Tampa, all right, to succeed. Pittsburgh to possibly succeed, even though they have a lot of me players there. I think that situation is a little, especially with the Bengals now starting to come around. And I don't know about the Browns and some of these other teams, but the Ravens should be halfway decent. We'll see if the Bengals run that division. But as far as like Denver, the Broncos, Tampa Bay, the Colts, I mean, we're really only like a quarterback and maybe a couple pieces away from really being back, of being very competitive. And, Tampa's been good for the last 2 years, but Tom's gone now. But I don't think Aaron and Indy, I'm not sure if that's going to be an honest destination. If he goes there, they're definitely Super Bowl favorites. They're going to be definitely Super Bowl contenders. If you get an Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, add some wide receivers and tight ends, but that's the problem. You're not going to be able to afford Aaron, Russell, one of those two, and wide receivers like Godwin and Allen Robinson, and a tight end like Gesicki. So you're not going to be able to afford everything. You don't got the money for that. You know what I mean? But you got to pick and choose on what you're going to want to do. Elliot Evans, I would definitely rather have Russ than Rodgers. Me too. And I like Rodgers a lot, but it just seems like he's a paper champion. He's great in the regular season. Sorry to say, just like your Saints, Elliott, right? But when the playoffs come around, something happens. Mentally, just the, from years past, the referees, young Nola, we're getting screwed, bitching, complaining, and you guys get into your own heads. And then instead of just playing the game, you guys are worrying about what the refs are going to do to you later on. And then it just so happens, Minneapolis Miracle, all right, Stephon Diggs, then the 2018 bullshit call with the Rams, which was bullshit. That was the most bullshit non-PI call in NFL history. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in sports. So Saints fans, I do have some, empathy for you. I have some sympathy for you. That was bullshit. They do pick on you guys. They do. You know what I mean? I know a lot of Saints fans bitch and cry and complain, but for that one particular game and that year, that was bullshit. But then you guys played the Vikings after that with Kyle, the red zone, Rudolph, right? With obviously we know Kirk Cousins, and then you lost that game. How the hell are you guys losing to the Vikings? And then you played Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. I mean, you beat us twice in the regular season. But like young Nola likes to talk shit all the time, we own you, we own you. Well, when's the last time you got a fucking Super Bowl? Last time I checked, you don't get awards for sweeping someone in the regular season. It's all about what you do in the postseason for your legacy. So, it's kind of a dumbass argument. You know what I mean? You're trying to come at me like your team is so great. Your team is very good. I mean, prior to last year, you guys had the best regular season record in 4 straight years. But how many Super Bowls did you get? 0. So that's really what it comes down to. But I agree. I would rather have Russ than Rodgers. Facts. Marcos Pineda, good morning, man. How are you guys? Like I said, I normally don't get a chance to do streams this early, but fuck it, man. The girlfriend's out of here, and she works from home. Trust me, if my girlfriend didn't work from home, I would be streaming probably almost all day, every day, grinding it out. You know what I mean? Because that's what I do. Regardless if I stream 2 to 3 hours on a weekend, 2 to 3 hours Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. or 6 to 8 or 9, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm already watching Pat McAfee show. Breaking news on here on, let's see what it is on NFL right now. If there's anything new, we got Rappaport and Schefter. What do we got here? What's going on? What is going on here? We got some breaking news. But obviously, Dougie P got hired by the Jags. We'll have to see if that can, if that can elevate Trevor Lawrence. I assume it's better than Urban Meyer. Eric DeCosta, GM on Lamar Jackson's potential contract extension. I say we're working at Lamar's pace. Lamar Jackson, overrated. Kyler Murray, overrated. Hate me if you want, but that's just how I feel. Are you ever going to win a Super Bowl with Kyler and Lamar? I don't know. If I had to say yes or no today, I would say no. Unless they really improve the pieces around there, I'm not sure if those quarterbacks will ever do it. Will Dak ever win a Super Bowl? Probably not. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not sure if Dak, Lamar, or Kyler are ever going to win. I would probably put more money on Burrow, all right, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert, at least getting to the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously, Herbert's situation, he's a great quarterback, but they just have so many problems there. The coach, the defense, injuries, bad luck, you know what I mean? But what we're seeing out of Josh Allen and Burrow, if they can get past Mahomes, anything is possible. And if you think about it, the Rams are the heavy favorite, but don't be surprised if the Bengals win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, they've already kind of climbed the mountain. They went into the Titans, right, on the road, won there. All right, you ended up being the Raiders, all right, at home, Titans on the road, and you ended up beating arguably the Super Bowl champion of this year in most people's eyes, including mine, the Kansas City Chiefs. I thought they were going to win it this year. I really did. So if you can beat them in Arrowhead, you can beat anybody. So everyone's talking about Rams, and yes, they probably will win the Super Bowl, but I like the chances of the Bengals and Joe Burrow. I mean, it might be the same thing that we saw before, with Cam Newton. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll have to kind of wait and see. They just ended up putting some of the patches on some of the jerseys here for the Super Bowl. So let me actually bust these out so I can show them to you as well. And I appreciate everyone hopping in the room. I actually didn't know how many people would hop in. I just did a quick Twitter notification. I didn't do anything on the YouTube. I didn't do anything on Facebook or Instagram. I said, fuck it. Just let me just hop online real quick. Ate a bowl of cereal. I'm going to start to drink some fucking Modelo's right now. Fuck it. Right? You know what I mean? I just got to start drinking early and often. Whatever. All right. Let me see here. Let me find these two FKs. One sec here. And let me see. Where is it? FK, where are you? I did the Russell Wilson. Okay, here we go. We got a Cam Akers photo, and then I got another one here as well. So boom, this is the Cam Akers, so you can see with a nice Super Bowl patch, very clean. And then I got another one of Von Miller here. So let me bring this one up. But it looks clean. You know what I mean? It looks clean. I mean, the white jerseys, you know what I mean? They kind of has that Washington Commanders where it has the Commanders on the left-hand side, but the Rams is much cleaner. And then obviously we got your boy, Von Miller. He already won a championship, with the Denver Broncos. He's trying to win it in obviously the AFC and the NFC. Clean. Super Bowl patches are tight. Anytime I buy a jersey, I'm always looking for patches or something above and beyond to make that jersey go to the next level. The only people that I'm really rooting for in this fucking Super Bowl is this guy, maybe Matthew Stafford, maybe not even so much Von Miller, more Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, and Aaron Donald, okay? But Joe Burrow, Joey B, Joey Burr, Joey Franchise. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, this guy right here, he is a legend. He might be the face of the NFL over Mahomes sooner than later. If they can start stacking some chips, Burrow has the popularity and has the backing of NFL fans that it wouldn't surprise me one bit that even though Mahomes, I mean, the problem with Mahomes is fucking his brother Jackson and his fucking wifey Brittany. They're annoying as fuck. All right. You know what I mean? So I think that there's a lot of people that are kind of hopping off the Mahomes wagon, especially he hasn't been playing as well as of late. He's still a legend. He's still great. One of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league. Right. But with him and Rodgers and obviously Wilson, they haven't really been winning a whole lot. Maybe Burrow is a top 3 quarterback right now. Josh Allen's up there. Herbert's up there. But maybe we can say Burrow is legitimately not top 10, not top 5. Maybe he's top 3. I mean, if I could have a choice between Burrow or Rodgers, I might be going Burrow. Burrow and Wilson, maybe Burrow, just because he's so young and you see that swag and that drip as long as that knee can stay healthy. And then Mahomes or Burrow, I know a lot of people would probably go Burrow. I mean, it's looking good. I know a lot of people are saying that if they could choose one quarterback to lead their team long-term, they're going Joey B. And can I argue with them right now? Kitty goes meow? No, I can't. Joe Burrow, I mean, he's the man. He's the fucking man with the plan. And it's exciting to see the growth of players like this. You feel me? Good morning, everybody. How are you? How is everybody doing, man? Let's see here. Marcos in the hey, he's super clean, so fresh and so clean. Marcos Pineda is a Seahawk fan, so he's not. Let's not make that happen. He doesn't want to see my dream. He doesn't want to see this. Russell Wilson, dangerous, Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited looks really good in a Tampa uniform. I can't lie. This guy's been doing a few edits. He's a big Tampa fan, so he'll do a few edits of like Rodgers and Wilson, and that caught my eye yesterday. And Samir Ali, I see you, dude. That's a clean look, dude. Some people know how to edit, some people don't, but Russell looks fucking clean in that Tampa Bay. Like, it looks like it fits, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm a Tampa fan, but goddamn, that looks clean. That looks natural. That looks fucking fire. Who knows if it's going to happen, though, but I would love for it to happen. T.Y. Hilton needs to retire. Doyle, too. Yeah. Kenny Moore, underrated corner. Yeah, I think Kenny Moore is underrated. Facts. V-Man. He says, I got some NFL trivia. Nice. V-Man is awesome. He's a Jets fan. All right. I remember everyone. If they donate, what team you represent, what your favorite players. This guy's awesome. I got some NFL trivia. Who was the last NFL coach to win league championship with 2 different teams? Hint, he coached from the mid-50s to the early 70s. Well, most of the people in the room are not as old as maybe you and me, so they probably will have no idea who it is, but I love it, man. Always busting out the trivia. If anyone knows this, there's going to be people like YouTube GM that's looking this up on the Google, Yahoo, Bing. All right, they're going to be looking it up. John Jansen in the building. So we got a lot of snow this week in the STL. I imagine it's pretty crazy out there. Kettle in the building. I hate it when people think rings matter. They do. Kettle, don't be that Saints fan like young Nola. Please don't be like that, because that's the most annoying shit of planet Earth. You can love your team, but you can't be so overly biased where it's retarded. You know what I mean? Where you're just talking shit just to talk shit. And then when someone says something that's true, that you have to defend it all the way to the end. Do you guys remember when Jameis Winston was on my team? What did you Saints fans do? You guys got Jameis Winston. He can't see. He sucks. I hate him. He's stupid. I hate him. Jameis sucks. Crab legs. And then as soon as he comes to your team, I love Jameis Winston. I'm going to go buy 10 of his jerseys. He's the man. I love him. Jameis. You guys like to flip the fucking script. As soon as like that, you know what I mean? As soon as like he's a crappy football player on my team, the worst in the NFL, then he comes to the Saints, and now he's a savior like Jesus. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are, some Saints fans, you know what I mean, are very even keel, you know what I mean? But some of y'all are bandwagon to the fullest, man. You guys will just fucking defend someone to the death, even when you talk shit about that guy the last 4 years when he was on my team. You guys are fucking hilarious, man. And don't forget, I got the receipts. From all the Saints fans talking shit when my team was horrible. Then you guys end up getting them, and they're like, oh, man, he's great. Yeah, he was great for your guys' team, but you didn't act like that when he was on mine. Remember that. I keep the receipts, mofos. I keep the receipts, all right? He said, I think if there was a team that you can make a movie about for the last 5 years, it's the Saints. Minneapolis Miracle, no call, best record over those years, Breeze retirement. Well, they do have a movie coming out. Oh, boy's in the movie. He's doing the Sean Payton role, right? They already have the movie in place that they're already doing, Elliot. Alex in the building, Sarah in the building. Sarah's like, I like Hundley better than Lamar, his backup. Ooh, that's a low blow. I'm not sure if I would go that far, I'm not sure if I would go that far, but hey, Rams aren't really being overhyped. I think people know that the Bengals have a good shot. Yeah, but I think the Rams are clearly the favorite with Stafford. They're just not likable. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? There's just certain teams that are likable, and there's certain teams that are not likable. And I think for a majority of the people that see the Rams, unless you're a Rams fan or a Lions fan, you love Stafford and you love the Rams. But if you don't have any connection to the Rams with Stafford or Aaron Donald or the Detroit Lions, you could give two fucks less. All right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I know that they're probably going to win. And it's like, if I bet money, I should be betting on the Rams if I'm smart. But my dislike for that team and those players, it's like, fuck it. I would rather lose money and go for the Bengals than pay money and root for a team that I know that's probably going to win. I mean, Joe Burrow and that team of the Bengals is much easier to root for. You know what I mean? You got a couple Saints players on there that I like, Von Bell, as well as T-Rex. All right. You got Jesse Bates III, very likable, one of the most underrated safeties. Jamar Chase. Who doesn't like Jamar Chase? Who doesn't like Joe Burrow or Joe Mixon or Tyler Boyd or fucking T. Higgins? I mean, they're all fucking likable. Right? Tell me one person, unless you are a Steelers fan, a Ravens fan, or a Browns fan, there's not really any reason to hate the Bengals. I mean, am I right? Am I right? But they do give me 2015 vibes with the Panthers, where they went 15-1. Cam was, all right, he was doing the dabbing. It was the cool thing, Mr. Popular, but they fell up short because they went against Von Miller, and they also had DeMarcus Ware. That was the X factor. And we might end up getting that same type of thing, where they go into the game, hyphy, lit, but then just the Rams just got more stars. They're just built like the Yankees. They just bought their Super Bowl, bringing in OBJ and Von Miller at the end, which is sad, but it is what it is. And like I said, we have to kind of wait and see on how things all kind of play out. I just sent you and your DM's assistant coach. One is a rumor and one is a hire. Nice. Thank you so much. The answer is Weeb Eubank. No one's going to get that, B-Man, but I appreciate you with the knowledge there. NFL championships in 58 and 59 with the Colts, and he won 3 Super Bowls with the Jets. Yeah, Weeb. I'm never going to get that. I'd have to look that up, but you know what, V-Man? Props to you with awesome questions like that, and hop in the stream and hang out with your boys. Like I said, hang out with us, once in a while with the ladies and gents, you know what I mean? We always love your NFL trivia. If you want to spit some Jets knowledge, or if you want to give your opinion about the Jets, I would love to hear it, because we don't have too many Jets fans on the YouTube channel. You're one of maybe 1 or 2 of the ones that I know that hops in. And I like it, man, because like I said, I love rooting for the teams that people kind of shit on that have a bright future. They just need to be able to get all the ducks in a row, if you feel me. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. All right. I'm going to check out my phone here real quick. All right, let me take New York Jets head coach Adam Gase, potential New England Patriots OC, maybe. Yeah, and I did see that Joe Brady was the quarterback's coach. I saw that. And they're moving Ken Dorsey to the OC in Buffalo for Daboll. Obviously, he's taken off and he's getting a new job there as well. So, you're getting opportunities to be able to make a name for yourself. I remember watching Ken Dorsey at the U. We watched him at San Francisco 49ers. So a lot of things have changed over the years, but I do appreciate everyone in the building. NFL Friday morning Q&A with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. It's never too early for Modelo or beer. I don't give a fuck who you are. If it's during the NFL season, sometimes in college football, I start drinking at like 8:39 in the morning, about an hour before the games start. Do I like drinking that early in the morning? No, I do not. All right. But hey, I don't got anything going on besides just grinding and hanging out with y'all. I'm watching NFL Now, and I'm watching some film of the Bengals breaking down the Browns. I got Pat McAfee show, obviously, here on the left. I don't know really what right now it's kind of a slower day. There's not a whole lot of news. Dougie P ended up getting the job for the Jags. It's the anniversary of the Eagles and Philly beating Tom Brady in 2017 for the Super Bowl, the first for Philadelphia, which is awesome. And then, there's rumors about maybe, Eric Bieniemy getting an interview with the Saints. Because if they get Eric Bieniemy, that would be huge for them. I mean, you're already losing Sean Payton. You already lost Drew Brees. You already lost a lot of these guys. You're probably going to lose Michael Thomas, at some point or another, which might actually be a good thing. If you get rid of him, get rid of his salary off the books, and you can get some cheaper guys to come in at wide receiver, that might be more team players than me players. I'm not really a big fan of Michael Thomas. I think Michael Thomas is a good player, but he just can't stay healthy now. So if you're going to get a distraction in the locker room, right? And you're paying him a lot of money, and he's not even on the field. What are you doing? I mean, if you want to be able to beat Tampa's ass and the Falcons and the Panthers, you're going to have guys out there that can stay healthy. And I think for the amount of money that he's going to want, I think it wouldn't be too crazy to think, but like, hey, let's just get rid of him and see who we can get in return, especially if you can get a quarterback in return, for getting that off the books, or bringing in some other guys like Allen Robinson or Chris Godwin. Could you imagine? You're going to get a hell of a lot more production out of Allen Robinson or Chris Godwin because more than likely they're going to stay healthy on the field. But we're going to have to be able to see. Fucking Elliot loves Weeb. He's a Weeb Eubank, my hero. So the Jets are the only NFL team whose first 3 head coaches are all in the Hall of Fame. Sammy Baugh, stud, Bulldog Turner, and Weeb Eubank. Dude, I love the knowledge, man. Always spitting the knowledge out there. What's your take about the Jets? What are you guys going to end up doing, this season? Well, who are you guys looking at in the draft? And who are you like? What are you gauging? I mean, obviously it's going to be another rebuilding year and it's going to take some time. A lot of people hate on Zach Wilson. I like him. I think it's just, you need more weapons, better O-line, better weapons around him. You know what I mean? Obviously got to have your running back stay healthy. And then the defense needs to be built. I don't really know how long Saleh is going to be the head coach before they axe him. I mean, I assume they're going to give him at least 2 more years to see if they can get close to 500 in that competitive division. Because shit, you're with the Dolphins. They're kind of a clusterfuck right now, but they got a pretty good football team, even though they're a clusterfuck with their owner and everything that's going on with their team. Tua was the wrong choice. Should have been Herbert. If they had Herbert, they would be in the playoffs, and who knows how far they would have been able to go these last couple years, right? And then you obviously got New England with Mac Jones. Mac Jones with Bill Belichick. No more Josh McDaniels, though. Okay. And then you also have the Buffalo Bills, kind of the cream of the crop with Josh Allen. So Bird Gang 114, what to do, man? Like I said, I normally never do streams in the morning, but my girlfriend took today off to go do a school orientation for her daughter that's trying to go back to school. She's been not homeschooled, but doing, school from home due to COVID for the last 2 years. We didn't want her to get COVID. I know she misses her friends. And then obviously we find out that she's been fucking off playing like Nintendo Switch and Fortnite, and she's been failing her classes. And I had to get on my girlfriend. I was like, you need to take those video games away. And she's been pretty much lying to you for the last couple months, and she's failing all her classes. She ain't getting no money from me. All right. The daughter ain't getting no money from me. I ain't passing down no money for all my hard work. All right. You need to be able to work hard. Don't be fucking lazy. So now she's going to go back to school. So we'll see if that ends up working out. You can't really fuck off at that point. I guess you can, but I know the homeschooling has been tough for a lot of people. But if you're just fucking lazy and you're not asking for help from your teachers or your parents, you know what I mean? And then you're just like, fuck it, I give up. I mean, that's a horrible thing to do. Especially in these day and age where you have so many of these lazy ass people, you know what I mean? And I worry about people that are like that, because if you're lazy at a young age like this, you're never going to be fucking successful. You're going to be fucking at McDonald's in a couple years. You're going to be flipping burgers or worse. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to be successful in life if you got a lazy fucking mentality. So she's going to go back to school. Hopefully she doesn't get COVID. Hopefully she can start passing some of her fucking classes and stop lying to her mom. But it is what it is. It's not my problem, because I'm not the dad. All right. That's on her. You know what I mean? That's on her. So hopefully that they can turn that around. But I don't put up with that shit. I don't put up with laziness, people lying. It's all about honesty, loyalty, respect. You know what I mean? And when I hear people being lazy or lying about shit, that's very disturbing. But hopefully going back to school and having interaction with other students and teachers face to face, hopefully that works out a little bit better. But it's definitely concerning, because I've heard from some other people's parents, kids, that they're doing the same shit. They're getting all D's, or they're all failing. They're just fucking playing video games and, doing the Fortnite thing and just not giving a fuck about life. All right. Keep not giving a fuck about life and see where it's going to get you. If you don't got a fucking work ethic, you're fucked in this life, especially with COVID and everything that's going on right now. And that's facts. All right. So I like Jeremy Ruckert, tight end of Ohio State, Long Island native, childhood Jets fan. Yeah, let me know. Any type of Jets information, I would love to have you keep, coming on the show and spitting some Jets knowledge, because I love having the diversity, from fans, because we got Chiefs, we got Broncos, we got Saints, we got Eagles. We don't have enough Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans on this channel. Like, they know I'm on here, but we don't have enough Tampa representation, which is a little sad. Shit, I got more Panthers, Falcons, and Saints fans that come on here than Bucks. But I'd love to be able to have some more Jets fans, Lions fans, and just fans of some of the obscure teams that people kind of forget about. Absolutely love being able to see that type of, extra knowledge that you're bringing to the channel. I appreciate you, man. Steelers after the draft looking for a GM, so I sent you your DMs who they've interviewed for it. Nice. All right. Jets 5 wins. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, like I said, it's going to be tough in that division. You know what I mean? But if Zach Wilson can get on fire and learn defenses, he definitely has an Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes arm to him. He's got the most arm strength out of the 5 quarterbacks, in my opinion. You know, you got Trevor Lawrence, but he needs help. Zach Wilson needs help. Justin Fields needs mentoring. Trey Lance needs help. Mac Jones needs help. I mean, Trey Lance and Mac Jones are probably in the best situation because they're with the Niners and the New England Patriots. So they got good supporting cast and good coaches there. Justin Fields might be able to turn it around now, obviously with Eberflus. And then with the Jags and the Jets, we know those teams are bad right now. All right, it's going to take time, but I still have some belief on those guys. But are they ever going to be out of those 5 guys? Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, and Trey Lance. Are they going to be as good as Burrow or Herbert ever in their career? And the answer is no. It's not going to happen. I think Herbert and Burrow are special. These other guys can be pretty good, but I don't think anyone's going to be close to Burrow or Herbert, in my opinion. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and maybe Justin Fields is the closest based off athletic ability. You know, if he can get the right pieces in place. But obviously, with New England and the 49ers, they have a lot of supporting cast. So if Trey Lance can just get in there and be confident, Jimmy G's gone, you know, maybe Trey Lance could emerge as the best one out of the 5, even though he's probably the biggest project QB out of the 5 since he didn't even play yet. But he's got a lot of weapons and good coaching around him. So it wouldn't surprise me if Trey Lance starts balling out next year. It might take a little time, but we have to wait and see. Bird Gang, hope the Eagles draft Keon Green, Olave, and Dean. Okay. Yeah. And then with the Eagles, you need defense, or you could pick a wide receiver. Olave, Wilson would be great. Someone on the other side of Devontae Smith. Obviously, you got Goddard stud, Miles Sanders stud. I like Jalen Hurts a lot. You know, you can build up the O-line. Obviously, you had some guys retire, Brooks, and a few of these other guys that are getting older like Kelsey. Obviously, we've seen the offensive line kind of shift with talent over the last few years. But defense, get another pass rusher. Fletcher Cox is not getting any younger. Obviously, on the back end, big play Slay is not getting any younger either, but some more linebacker help, obviously pass rushing help, and especially in the secondary. You guys really need help there based off the film and everything that I've read and seen. But it's exciting because, I mean, you guys already made the playoffs. You got 3 first-rounders. Wentz played the amount of snaps that you needed. So, I mean, if you guys can hit on these draft picks, I mean, things could be magical. You guys could run the NFC East. You really could, because the Washington Commies, they ain't going to do it. The Commanders, what are you commanding, Els? All right, the Giants, you're not doing nothing unless you get Russell Wilson. The Cowboys will be good, but they're going to fucking fail in the playoffs, it looks like, every year, unless they get a change and get rid of fucking McCarthy and Kellen Moore. All right, you still got Dan Quinn there, but, I mean, it's just, I don't know, certain teams, it just feels like they're cursed. You know what I mean? Are they ever going to be able to get past, you know, the curse? And I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to kind of wait and see. But I got a 2022 Pro Bowl. I don't know. I'll probably end up doing it if I don't go out of town. I know the girlfriend was talking about possibly going to the beach today or tomorrow for like a night just to kind of recharge and whatnot. But then some places on the Oregon coast want you to pay for 2 days. So it's like $400 instead of like $200. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, or if we're just going to, you know, hang out. But I plan on trying to stream later tonight. I plan on doing the Senior Bowl on Saturday, and then I plan on doing the Pro Bowl. I know they have the NHL All-Star Game as well, but I plan on trying to pretty much stream almost every day and grinding it out, you know, because that's what I do. We got Pat McAfee show here on the computer on my left. We got some Pro Bowl footage, AFC, NFC, that's on NFL Now as well. And we're just doing an NFL Q&A. You know, your boys hustling, your boys grinding, NFL Friday morning Q&A, a first of its own. And I would normally never be able to do this because my girlfriend normally works right to the left of me. And obviously I got the energy. I'm loud. She works, you know, with the Verizon, you know, for businesses on the East Coast. So I normally never get this opportunity to stream in the morning. I didn't know who would show up, you know, but I figured, fuck it. You know, I'm a grinder. I'm a hustler. I'm always working hard. I'm watching these shows anyways. So might as well just go live and just hang out. And, you know, if we get some donos, if we get some subs, you know, if we get some extra views, great. We ended up losing some more fucking subs. So either from some of the porn bots or some of the people that I ended up, you know, axing. But we ended up hitting 20. Then it went back down to like 19,996, 97. Then we got back to 20 again. And then we ended up, you know, I don't know if it's just a troll that's got like 10 accounts or 20 accounts, kind of like Skip Bayless used to do. where he used to make like 20 or 30 accounts and he would just like take all the subs away and just try to fuck with my account. But now we're back down to 19,996. So anytime we end up getting over 20 or at 20, then someone ends up being a hater and then they take their subs away. So I don't know. It is what it is. But if there's anyone out there that's watching that has backup accounts or has friends that could end up, just subbing to the channel and not taking their sub away, would be great. We need 4 to get back to 20. I had about 120 over 20K. We were at 20,120 when the raid happened in October with Grossi, but I think a lot of those people took their subs back, which is sad. They only did it for Tom just to show like, look what I did. And then they just took it away. So, I mean, it is what it is, but hopefully we can gain some more, fans and more subs. But that's the worst part when you're working so hard and then you have these like dead accounts or you get robot porn bots or the people that I had to either time out or people I had to ban, because I've had to ban, I don't know, 10 to 15 people probably in the last month and a half. And some of them were subs. So it sucks when I, have to lose a sub from banning somebody, but it is what it is. But if anyone can help and try to get me some more subs, hopefully we can get those to stick. And we need 4 more to get to 20K. So if we can do that, that would be fantastic. I just want to be able to get to a point where I'm like 100 or 200 over. So that way, if we do lose some, gain some, it's not going to be as impactful. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me that much. It just looks better on the YouTube main page with it saying 20K rather than 19.9. You feel me? Gang. It's never too early for beer. If anyone tells you otherwise, fuck them. All right? Modelo, Chelada. Mango beer. It's 10:56 in the morning. Fuck it. It's my Friday. Every day's my Friday. I'm always hustling. I'm always grinding. Appreciate everyone in the building. Nuusu, the Chargers adds Jesse Bates, Gilmore. Ooh, Jesse Bates is nice, isn't he, Bird Gang? I mean, I think I've known about him for years, right? But a lot of people had no goddamn idea who Jesse Bates III was, right? I was telling people for years and years and years, this is the most underrated safety for quite some time. And now they overachieved and got their ass to the Super Bowl. And he's coming up with big plays, big tip passes, big interceptions. I mean, he's a fucking stud. If you throw at him, it's not going to go good for you. Just ask Patrick Mahomes. It took Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds, right? It took him 13 seconds to get past the Buffalo Bills, right? In overtime and get the ball downfield, kick the field goal. And obviously we saw Harrison Butker make it go into overtime, and then the game was over. It took 13 seconds for Mahomes to be a hero when you couldn't even get it with Dak with 15 to 18 seconds, right? But it also took him 13 seconds exactly to lose the game for the Chiefs against, obviously the Cincinnati Bengals, because he threw at who? Jesse Bates III. And then what? Von Bell, boom, interception, game over. Game over. And then we obviously know who the most clutch kicker in the NFL is, not named Justin Tucker. Evan motherfucking McPherson. All right? Gilmore was a top corner, top 2, but when he was on the Panthers, I didn't see anything. He dropped off, but I think that he still has a skill set to be a top 5 corner, but it's a what have you done for me lately kind of league, right? Nuosu is good. Jesse Bates III is good. Gilmore could be a big advantage, but I think you guys are going to be looking at corner in the draft or safeties in the draft. So you might not need a Bates or a Gilmore. You might end up having to, look in the draft for those players, but you guys definitely need secondary. That's big facts. And I'm excited for Philadelphia. Today is the anniversary, all right, of Philly. All right. And obviously we know about Dougie P, bringing that Super Bowl home, which is a very exciting thing, obviously, as we know if you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan. Dougie P, everyone wanted to criticize Dougie P. It's like, motherfuckers, he got the Super Bowl before Andy Reid. All right. Andy Reid went to 4 straight NFC championship games. He couldn't get a Super Bowl. And this motherfucker got it with Nick Foles. All right. Not even Carson Wentz. Put some respect on his name. You know what I mean? Obviously going to the Jags is going to be a whole new challenge. All right. But Dougie P, I mean, if anyone can end up turning around Trevor Lawrence, obviously it wasn't going to be Urban motherfucking Meyer. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that Doug Peterson, can find a way to make them relevant again. I'm hoping. I don't know if it's possible, but we're going to have to wait and see. And that's big facts. Michael Sachs Jr. has a Saints fan. I want Flores as a Saints fan. I want Flores to be the next head coach. Yeah, that would be a good option too. I think he's very smart. I think he's very underrated. I think that's the type of guy that they should be able to go after. Definitely has a lot of talent. He's obviously suing the NFL right now. I would take Flores on Tampa Bay. So I'll let you know. I mean, I think that's spot on. But if you get Eric Bieniemy, right, or Flores, I mean, whoever it is, but if you end up getting Flores or if you end up getting, my boy, Eric Bieniemy, you know what I mean? That would be huge. But the main thing is, the key piece is, you lost this, right? Don't lose this. Don't lose Dennis Allen. Keep him at DC. He's a great DC. I would take him in Tampa. So I have a lot of respect. A lot of Saints fans hate the Buccaneers and the Falcons and the Panthers and the Rams and everyone else in the league. I get it, right? But if you're going to respect anyone, on YouTube or on social media, I might be the only Buccaneer fan rival, that the Saints fans actually fucking respect, because I do give them love. I'll criticize you guys. I'll criticize my own team, but I definitely show a lot more love to the Saints as a rival fan than anyone else on fucking YouTube or social media, because they deserve it. When you have great players like AK-41, Ryan Ramczyk, Michael Thomas, fucking Lattimore, Cameron Jordan, Demario Davis, a.k.a. the glue. That's another one. Let's see. Peter Schrager will steal that in 3, 2, 1. Stolen. Okay. Just like Uncle Momentum. I haven't forgot about that. I haven't forgot about you, Peter Schrager, you fucking weasel. All right. And then he made a statement today that everyone and his brother has got a podcast now, and they're looking for, whoever said that the Bengals were going to win the Super Bowl in the preseason. Yeah, everyone and their brother's got a fucking podcast on Twitter or on YouTube, but how many of them are good? Like, let's be honest. You see all these people on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook that got, podcasts that are trying to copy Northwest Sports Fanatics. They're trying to copy Tom Grossi Posse. They're trying to copy Sports Fury. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people out there trying to do what we do, but there's a reason why the big dogs are at the top, for the hustle, the grind, the work ethic. But there's just certain entertainment value with some of us that are a little bit more. And I get it. Everyone wants to hustle. Everyone wants to get their fucking, get their change and get their time. But there's a reason why that there's all these people out there trying to do what the big dogs do. But as you guys know, there's not a lot of good ones out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people trying, a lot of people copying, a lot of people stealing material. Peter Schrager. I mean, you're on Good Morning Football, for Christ's sake. Why are you stealing material from me? Obviously, I come up with great original material. Sack lunch, yum, yum, yum. Madden stole it. So I get it. You know what I mean? Uncle Momentum, boom, you stole it and put it on Good Morning Football. So I guess I should be proud, right? That even though I'm the smallest NFL YouTuber that's considered big, everyone else is over 100K subs. I'm only at 20 or right under 20. I get my material stolen the most, I think, out of anyone. Kitty Goes Meow is great. Tom's got some great catchphrases as well. But I got my shit in Madden, Sack Lunch. I get my shit stolen from Peter Schrager on a Good Morning Football. I mean, I don't know if it gets any bigger than that. You know what I mean? It pisses me off, but it also is flattering, because the biggest form of flattery is imitation. Often imitated, never duplicated. Peter fucking Weasel Schrager, get your own goddamn material. God damn you. Uncle Mo. What's that? And then Kyle Brand. Uncle Momentum. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Michael, Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy would be good. But I don't know. Flores is a good coach, though. You know what I mean? Both are obviously not just black coaches. I think Byron Leftwich is a good opportunity, Todd Bowles. But I'll be honest, I don't want to lose those guys. I don't know how long Bruce Arians is going to be coaching for. I got to see who my quarterback is going to be. But I want Leftwich and Bowles, not because they're black coordinators, all right? I want them to stay in Tampa because they're the best fit for my team. But that's 2 more head coaches right there on my team, Leftwich and Todd Bowles. Very qualified. Like them a lot. And I don't really see skin color like that. A lot of people are fucking racist as fuck. They're like black, white, Mexican, Asian. Fuck, I'm a fucking mutt. I'm half Japanese, half Czech. You know what I mean? So it's like I got all kinds of European blood and Asian blood in me. The Yakuzas and all that. They all know you, boy. All right? It's just like, why can't we just see who the best qualified person is? And they always have to make it about race. But in this case, there is a reason why. Because, you got a lot of African-American or other coaches out there, but at least we got Riverboat Ron. All right. You still got him, right? So you still got a few guys out there that obviously are minorities that, have some jobs out there in the NFL. There's a couple minorities out there, but we need to get more African-American applicants at head coach. I mean, there's a reason why Mike Tomlin's so great. And if obviously BA, gets fired or quits, I don't think BA would ever get fired, Bruce Arians. But if he decides to walk away, Mike Tomlin does have ties to Tampa. He used to coach on the staff with, Tony Dungy back in the day. So if I could get Mike Tomlin to come to Tampa, if they ever fire him in Pittsburgh, I think that would be a perfect fit. And it wouldn't surprise me if it happens. That's facts. How many do you think I will have at the end of this year? I have no idea. I mean, the growth on the channel isn't where it needs to be in the last couple years because YouTube has been hating. Maybe a lot of dead accounts, porn bots, people hating on me. But like I said, once I collab with Grossi, I think that's when I'll get a lot of new fresh subs, and then we'll be able to grow, and maybe we'll end up having 30 to 50 in the room at all times because I'll get some new fans that actually know who I am rather than doing a raid. Because he's raided my channel a couple times, but I'll be like the first to actually do a collab live play-by-play and reactions with him. And I'm not part of Clickbait Sports because he usually does it with, the guys on his team. And I would be the first one, an outsider, doing a collab with them. And so we were already going to collab for NFC Championship game, live play-by-play and reactions together. But the Packers lost and my Bucks lost. So we're going to have to wait till next year. Thank God we play next year. And we're going to end up doing a collab when the Packers and the Bucks play in the regular season. So said, I have a funny feeling they'll make Dennis Allen the next coach because that's a safe pick. I like Dennis Allen, though. I like him. They got to keep him. Dennis Allen's a stud. Anyone that tells you otherwise doesn't know anything about football. Out of all the defensive coordinators that are in the league right now, I mean, I love Todd Bowles, and I wouldn't want to replace Todd Bowles. But if somehow Todd left, Dennis Allen would be towards the top of my list. And I'm a Bucks fan. So I know what kind of talent that Dennis Allen has. I said, when Eagles drafted Dickerson, I was so happy. I wanted the Eagles to draft him. I have a good feeling with Kenyon Green too. I don't usually like to draft linemen, but I can tell they're going to be good. And the thing is, regardless if it's defensive linemen or offensive linemen aren't sexy, but you need those pieces to be able to win Super Bowls and get far in the playoffs. And if you notice, when your quarterback stalls, running game is a little slow, those offensive linemen are winning the games in the trenches. And it's very important to have a good coach, a good running back, a good defense, but a good O-line and D-line. That's where you need to start building a football team from the ground up. If you have a good O-line and D-line, I mean, the possibilities are limitless. I mean, Tampa Bay's offensive line was considered bottom 10. But by the time they got to the last, maybe month of the season last year in December, they actually were considered top 10. And then towards the end of the run, we were considered top 5. So we got some really good players. Tristan Wirfs is known as the best right tackle in the game, and he's a rookie last year. So it shows you if you get guys like Tristan Wirfs or guys on the back end like Antoine Winfield Jr., if you hit in your draft and then Devin White the year before, things can happen. Magic can happen if you can, hit correctly. But as you know, as an Eagles fan, with Lurie and everyone in the past, I mean, they haven't really been able to put out good picks, but as of late, they've gotten better. As of late, they've gotten a little bit better. The Jalen Hurts, the Devontae Smith, things have gotten a little bit better based off the picks. So there's a lot of upside for them, in my opinion. So Americans are the minority now, 2022. Broly in the building. What did do, Broly? How are you this morning? So I want Hugh Jackson or Urban Meyer and Daniel Jones. Oh, yeah, it's a troll job. Stop it, Elliot. Hugh Jackson, Urban Meyer, and Daniel Jones. Said no one ever. Calvin Griffin in the building. Saints in the building. What do? What do you think, Calvin? All right, you obviously are a little torn because Georgia beat your Alabama Crimson Tide, but they'll be back, and Alabama will probably win the Natty this year. But as far as your Saints, Eric Bieniemy, yay or nay? You like that or no? Would you rather stick with that or maybe who's Flores? Maybe or maybe Dennis Allen. I mean, out of these guys, what are we thinking? What are we thinking out of these guys? Do we think that with the options that you guys have? I mean, would you like this? Would you like this for your Saints? You know what I mean? Would you like this? Staying home, DC to, being the head coach? Would you like that? What direction are we thinking? Or would you really like to, I don't know if this is even an option. I know they're going to interview him. You know what I mean? I think all of them are good. I mean, Dennis Allen knows the team, well, at DC, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think all of them could be successful. The Saints have a great backbone with their organization. It's very surprising that Sean Payton walked away. He's like, hey, Taysom Hill, 4 years, $40 million. Peace. Jameis Winston, I don't know if you're going to pan out. Peace. Like, wow. You know what I mean? Will he be back in coaching? I imagine he'll be a Cowboys coach in the next couple years. He's going to go to TV or spend time with his kids. He probably lied, and just been like, I'm burnt out, this or that. No, I don't think it was that. I think that, I think Jerry Jones hit you up and you just want to be able to, instead of immediately going to Dallas, hey, I'm going to take some time off so you don't look like a dickhead. And then, eventually you're going to be the Dallas Cowboys head coach. If I had to put money on it, I would assume that would probably happen. Vic Fangio would be a good DC, and that's a good thing that you mentioned. DC, not HC. Vic Fangio is a horrible head coach, but for a defensive coordinator when he was on the Bears, fire. I was actually hoping Jim Harbaugh and Vic Fangio would together go to Minnesota, but then they didn't even have any interest. in him. Like, let's do a 9-hour interview. Now Harbaugh's never going to go to the NFL, he said. That was the last chance, that they weren't even interested in him. Why take 9 hours of his time then? 9 hours? I don't want you. Bye. Get the fuck out of here after an hour. 9? Goddamn, I hope they bought him at lunch at least. Gave him some beers. So, Calvin Griffin in the building. What to do? Elliot Evans in the building. What to do? So I'm feeling good. I got some sleep. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Said happy with Dennis Allen or Flores or even Bieniemy. Let's not lie. If you get Bieniemy in there, could you imagine the play calls that you would get with AK-41? I mean, they would be sprinkling the ball around all over. I mean, they could really take the offense to the next level, but you guys need tight ends and wide receivers. Bad. All right, Troutman's not that bad, but I mean, you could have something better. Jared Cook fumbled a lot. You don't got to worry about him anymore. Michael Thomas is kind of more of a me player. We don't know if he can stay healthy, but you need to revamp that whole fucking wide receiving core. He said, give me Eric B. That's what I'm thinking too, Calvin. I think great minds think alike. But if he was willing to come, and who knows if he is, because he's going to be waiting in the wings, all right, Eric Bieniemy for this guy. I like cheeseburgers. I like chocolate cake. I love Orion and the NWSF. Fuck Peter Schrager stealing Uncle Mo and putting on Good Morning Football, claiming that is his. I like Orion. Fuck Peter Schrager. My name's Andy Reid. All right? Eric Bieniemy, you're going to be the new head coach of the Chiefs when Reid walks away. But when is he going to walk away? And that's maybe why Bill Belichick, and obviously Josh McDaniels, he's like, fuck, I want to be the head coach of the Patriots. But Belichick is like, I'm coaching till I'm 100. He's like, well, fuck, I guess I'm going to the Raiders then. So good luck to McDaniels. I know a lot of people, shit on him, when he went to Denver with Tim Tebow, but maybe he can get the Raiders to be somewhat respectable, better than Gruden and Bashasha. He did a pretty good job, but hey, I'm rooting for McDaniels. I hope that he actually does a good job. I like guys getting second chances. We all deserve second chances to a certain degree. So we'll have to wait and see. But great to see you in the room, my dude. Say, who's the best zone cornerback in the draft? That's a good question. I got a lot of research to do. I won't lie. I'm still focused right now on Super Bowl, and I got a lot of other things on my plate, but I have started watching a lot of college tape and reading articles and kind of going through. But as you know, just because you have great tape or you have a great combine, sometimes guys come out of the woodworks. Like some guy like a Creed Humphrey. Like, who would have thought that he would have been that good? If I knew a Creed Humphrey was going to be that good, I would be fucking vouching for that to come to Tampa. You know what I mean? Even though I got quality offensive line already as it is, but there's always going to be guys that surprise you. I'm going to have to do my research, and I'll have to get back to you on that. But there's a lot of good, solid secondary pieces coming out of the draft this year, but we're going to have to kind of wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see. LSU's got some. I mean, there's a lot of great pieces of talent. Like if you pull up like a mock draft, I can pull up one, and you can kind of see NFL mock draft in 2022. We already know Neal is probably going to go number 1 to the Jags, but let's see if I can find one that's actually halfway decent. All right, looks like CBS Sports just pumped one out. Packers trade Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Eagles take 3 on defense. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Let's see here. All right, so in this one on the CBS, let me bring this up here. One sec. Let me bring this up. I'm going to close Pat McAfee showdown. All right, because I'm not watching that at the moment. But let's go over the CBS one. And this one might have some truth to it, but also a little surprise. They need offensive line for Trevor Lawrence. You know who they have at number 1? Kayvon Thibodeau. All right, I mean, that's my dude. All right, that's my dude from Oregon. But, I mean, I know he's going to be in the running, obviously in the probably, I would say, top 10. He's a top 5 talent, no doubt. Kayvon Thibodeau is a top 5 talent, but they have him. He said Thibodeau's got the most upside of the edge rushers. I agree. Jacksonville's looking for a number 1 overall caliber player. When looking back in 5 years, the Oregon product probably could be a good chance to be the type of player and that good and that much better than anyone else in the draft. The combination of Josh Allen and Thibodeau is appealing. Not Josh Allen, the quarterback, but Josh Allen, the pass rusher. So we'll see. Aiden Hutchinson. All right, we know him from Michigan. Going home to Detroit, number 2. A lot of people have Hutchinson going number 1 or Neal going number 1. They have this one. They have Thibodeau 1 to the Jags, Hutchinson 2 edge. All right, so edge 1 and 2. They have Evan Neal, offensive lineman from Alabama. This guy's going to be a star. All right, he's a junior. He's 6'7". He's 350. All right, this guy should go number 1 probably overall. If he goes to Houston, that'll help Davis Mills. Who else do they have? Ekwonu, offensive lineman from NC State, 6'4", 320. They have him going to the Jets at 4. Charles Cross, another offensive lineman, going to 5 from Mississippi State. All right. And he's on the Giants, supposedly. Malik Willis, quarterback from Liberty. Carolina, pick number 6. I know the Saints are looking at him. Carolina's looking at him. I know that he might end up being one of the top quarterbacks. Let's see. George Karlaftis, Purdue edge rusher, 6'4", 275 to the Giants. Garrett Wilson. Isn't it crazy that we thought that Olave was the best one? And I haven't heard anyone say that lately that Olave is going to go higher in the draft than Wilson. A lot of people think that Wilson is that much better. I don't know. I watched a lot of Ohio State football. I think both of them are great, but I was kind of surprised to hear so many people thinking that Wilson's that much better than Olave. Olave put up bigger stats, but I think Wilson, they say, might be the better pro. We'll wait and see. They have Wilson going at pick 8 to the Falcons. Pick 9, Drake London. I like him. He's from USC. He got injured last year, but he was like the Pac-12 man. All right. He seems like he could be the man. They have him going to Green Bay. All right. Maybe a Devontae Adams replacement. All right. Derek Stingley Jr., corner from LSU. You know who he gives me vibes of? He gives me vibes of who? Who do you think Derek Stingley Jr. gives me vibes of? Who else was really good? Jamal Adams. Remember when he was at LSU? I knew he was going to be good as like a top 5, top 10 pick, even though Stingley is a corner. Very versatile. I could definitely see him doing some big things. If I'm the Eagles, I'm trying to trade up and getting Stingley Jr. I love him. All right. Kyle Hamilton at safety could be a top 5 pick from Notre Dame. This is the next big safety in football. Kyle Hamilton. All right. He kind of gives you Harrison Smith vibes in his prime. I really like him. So I'll be doing a lot of tape and maybe, I don't know if I'll be able to do reaction videos. I've been trying to open up my OBS program and it's for whatever reason, I'm having issues with it. So I don't know if it's just OBS Studio, Streamlabs. I can't get the text to work on it. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the OBS shit. So that's why I have to use obviously StreamYard. But I'm going to try to do as much as I possibly can. Ahmad Garner, all right, from Cincinnati. Corner, I love him. He's nice. They have him going to the Vikings at 12. Treylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas. Devin Lloyd, linebacker who at the Ravens, 6'3", right, 235 from Utah. Then we got the Eagles. Dean, obviously, as you know, Bird Gang, obviously you've been seeing some mock drafts. All right, linebackers are taken with back-to-back picks as Philly grabs Dean. More stoutly constructed. Dean is a physical player. He'll blow up the blocks. All right, he's 6 foot, 225 from Georgia. Dean is nice. Andrew Booth Jr., corner, all right, from Clemson. He's pretty nice, too. That's who the Eagles back-to-back. Jordan Davis, defensive lineman from Georgia, going to the Chargers. Saints, Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about these quarterbacks in this draft. You know what I mean? Kenny Pickett, can he pan out? Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. Malik Willis, are you going to pan out for the Panthers at 6? Maybe. Maybe not. All right. A lot of risk. Who else do they got? They got Matt Corral to Pittsburgh. That could maybe be a fit. Jermaine Johnson, the second edge rusher from Florida State, is the other Eagle player at 19. Corral to the Steelers at 20. Trent McDuffie, corner to the Patriots from UW. David Ajabo. All right. Ojabo, edge rusher from Michigan. Tyler Linderbaum, offensive lineman from Iowa to the Cardinals. Devontae Wyatt, defensive lineman to the Cowboys. Kenyon Green, offensive lineman from A&M to the Bills. Jamison Williams, wide receiver from Alabama, who's nice, who got hurt. He looks like that might be an option to the Titans. Olave to the Bucs. Oh my goodness. If we get Olave and he gets slid down to 27 and we lose Godwin, thank you very much. I'll take that. All right. Trevor Penning to the Packers, offensive lineman. Bernhard Raymond, offensive lineman, Central Michigan. Trayvon Walker to the Chiefs, defensive lineman from Georgia. Bengals, Darian Kennard, offensive lineman from Kentucky. And then pick 32, David Bell, wide receiver from Purdue. And that's just a CBS mock draft that just came out. But we'll see. We'll see. Elliot Evans says, if we get Eric and keep DA as DC, that's a best case scenario. I think so too. DA is a safe pick, but honestly, EB and promoting Richard, if DA leaves, it would be my choice. I see you. I would want Kellen Moore as head coach. I don't think that Kellen Moore is a good head coach. I don't think Kellen Moore is he's overrated as a fucking OC, because the thing is if I'm going to have that kind of guy on my team, what the fuck was that call with Dak with like 15 to 18 seconds left? There's no fucking scenario with no timeouts that you're going to run it up the middle thinking you have enough time to spike it. That was the dumbest shit of all time. I lost a lot of respect for Kellen Moore and McCarthy. I already didn't like McCarthy, but I was like, okay, Kellen Moore, nope. I want that on my team. The game is on the line, and then you're going to run a fucking draw, with the quarterback or with the running back? Hell no. Dumbass. And then Moore told McCarthy, and McCarthy vouched. He's like, I'm going to do a quarterback draw. Okay. Fucking dumb. On some real ish, MT, I'm not relying on. Yep. Exactly. And a lot of Saints fans are trying to argue with me. Oh, MT, he's so good. Yeah, he hasn't fucking played in a couple years. You know what I mean? If you get rid of the salary, you could end up getting a couple guys, in the draft, and that could replace him, and it'll be on the cheap. It'll be cheaper, and you're not going to get probably the same results as Michael Thomas, healthy in his prime, but you don't have Breeze anymore, so you're not going to get that same kind of production anyways. Come on, Saints fans. Sometimes you guys think that Breeze is still out there. All right? You got Trevor Siemian and fucking Ian Book and Taysom Hill and Jameis. I like Jameis, but you don't got Breeze no more. Oh, Michael Thomas is going to be great. He's going to lead the league in receptions and yards and touchdowns. With who throwing to him? Come on, man. Poke in the building. Poke. Like Pokimane. I see her on Twitch. She's kind of cute. You know what I mean? She got the Twitch following. You know what I mean? I see what she's doing. Future collab, Pokimane, with your boy? You never know. So where do you have Malik Willis going? Gosh, I mean, like I said, a lot of the rumors that I've seen is Panther Saints that are really heavy, but do you really want to take a quarterback in the first round? I mean, and especially if they bust, I don't know. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? And look at Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, all right? Mac Jones, and Trey Lance. All of them have more pub than these guys, and none of them really panned out. I mean, it's a little early. Hi, Paisley. I see you. Paisley misses me. She's here whining. Hi, baby. Hi. Come here.
Was the best individual practice any of these quarterbacks had. He was able to drive the ball to the ring. He's got a big, powerful arm, and we know what he can do with his athleticism. So he's had a great week. Now, Kenny Pickett arrived from Pitt as the top quarterback prospect entering the Senior Bowl practices. Now, he's a little bit up and down during the week, but how many times have we seen guys that maybe struggle here and there in practice, they get to game day, and then they really crank it up? Those are the shiny objects. Everyone is tuning in to see the quarterback. So he's got to catch the ball, though, Charles. That's exactly right. How about the hometown kid, Jalen Tolbert from the University of South Alabama, the Jaguars, the host school for this.
But yeah, we'll have to kind of wait and see. She misses me right now. She's like, give me attention, daddy. Give me attention, daddy. Daddy. She's just always wants daddy's attention. Always sleeps next to me on my leg or on my arm. She loves daddy. Drake London. Yeah, the thing is, though, he's not like a prototypical USC receiver. Like I said, if you go back and watch the film, trust me, I'm a Pac-12 guy. He seems like he could really pan out. Like, you know what I mean? And normally I wouldn't say that for a USC wide receiver because normally those guys bust, right? They're usually not that good. This guy got hurt and still was leading like the conference in like touchdowns and yards. And he got hurt early in the season. He's got a lot of upside and a lot of potential. I could see him being pretty fucking good in the NFL in the right scenario. But the guys that I really like on defense, though, obviously I love Thibodeau. He's on, my squad. So obviously, I'm Oregon Ducks all day, every day. We already know Aiden Hutchinson's going to be a beast, pass rusher for Michigan. Those two will be great. But me, I like linebackers and safeties and corners. I really like Derek Stingley Jr. a lot. Kyle Hamilton, though, ooh, baby. I mean, if you're looking for a safety, this one might be the best safety that we've had, maybe since Jamal Adams. I mean, this guy looks very, very good. Maybe a Harrison Smith 2.0. It's going to be exciting to see where these guys go. Yeah, but if I get Olave at 27 and I don't retain Godwin, or even if we do, I mean, we'll be looking pretty nice. Mike Evans, Olave, Godwin, even if we don't have Gronk, and if we can somehow make this happen. All right? I know Saints fans, and Falcons fans and Panther fans don't want this, but hey, hello, Dangerous. Mr. Unlimited. Look how clean that helmet looks. Look at him. He's throwing to Mike Evans for a touchdown right there. Oh, baby. I don't buy jerseys of quarterbacks. All right. I'm a defensive guy. Linebacker, safety, corner, offensive lineman. I would maybe consider buying a Russell Wilson Buccaneers jersey if he came. I still haven't even bought Tom Brady a jersey. At some point I will, and throw it in the closet as a memory of the Super Bowl. But wow, that looks clean. And I would buy the white one as well. So if I'm buying a jersey, it's that one. right there. That looks clean as hell. Maybe I'm dreaming, you know what I mean? But God, that looks fucking good. That looks good. So I would drop Olave first, best route runner in his 4 years, combined 87 of his snaps. He was one step ahead of the corner. I know, but why do they have Wilson in every mock draft higher? I have not seen Olave drafted higher in a mock draft, and anyone that I've seen, and I've seen like 10. What's the deal? Why do they like Wilson so much more? And let's see what it says. It says there's some uncertainty to what will happen with Calvin Ridley. So if Wilson's an option, if he does not return to the team, there's an urgency to add another player to complement Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is talented enough to play on the boundary, would benefit from having them another tool in the bag. But it's just weird. I mean, people have Wilson in the top 10, and I don't see a lot of people with Olave, and I thought Olave was the better receiver overall. I mean, the guy that had the records, the guy that was good hands, good route runner, I think they were both great. But I mean, based on what I saw, I thought Olave, but maybe there's something that we're not, they're not talking about. Let me go down to what they're talking about him. Why would he slip so low? Chris Godwin is likely gone from Tampa Bay. It is unknown what the Buccaneers strategy will be moving forward without Tom Brady. But if they want to get someone that is, a good route runner in hand, 6'1", 188. So maybe that's it. Maybe because he's a little small and undersized at 188. Let me look at Wilson. 6 foot and 192. I mean, they're almost identical. It's not like there's that much of a difference, but I don't know. Smith, Olave, Watkins. Yes, sir. Quez Watkins. Love him. Not scared of Russ when Saints dominated Brady. But hey, we got a Super Bowl, though. We got a Super Bowl. Remember that. Wilson have better upside than Olave. Why do you think so, Calvin? I mean, we watch a lot of college football tape. What are certain people seeing that make Wilson better an NFL player than Olave? What is it? So you can just dominate in college like he did at Ohio State with Olave, and he's just not going to be good in the NFL? Like, why are people saying that? I'm like, I'm genuinely kind of confused. Like, I think both are going to be good in the NFL, but why Wilson so much more when he didn't really get the love in college football compared to Olave? And now if Olave was like 6'4", right? Or no, excuse me. If Wilson was like 6'4", right? And built like DK Metcalf, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But when they're both around the same size, both around similar skill set, you know what I mean? Like, why is one projected in the top 10 and the other one is projected in the top 30? It's weird. Burks, the best wide receiver in the draft. I mean, you never know with some of these sleeper guys. I mean, some guys sleepers, and he's on Arkansas, and look at, he's 6'3", 225. So, I mean, that's a guy that's got the DK build, and you know what? You might be right. I mean, they have him going pick 13 to the Browns. And so this guy might end up having, Jalen Reagor. Hey, you don't like Reagor, but he's starting to get better. All right. It's not as bad as JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I think we can all agree to that. You guys fucked up on that one. But I don't think Reagor is as bad as, he didn't start off great, and there was other guys that were much better, but he started to kind of come along. Yeah, he has some drops, and he has some problems still. You know what I mean? Not everyone can be a Jerry Rice right out the gates or ever be a Jerry Rice, right? But J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, he needs to go, all right? Reagor, I don't think he's that bad. David Goldstein, Doug Peterson, and Trevor Lawrence. What to do, man? How are you? We're going over the mock draft, in which I'll probably end up doing, but we were just going over CBS, just dropped one. So we were going over that. Dougie P2, the Jags. What do you think about that? And this is also the anniversary Eagles fans that are in the room. And I love it when the Eagles fans come in the room because you guys support me very heavy, just like the Chiefs fans, the Broncos fans, and the Saints fans. Anniversary of Philly, anniversary of your 2017 Super Bowl. I started the channel in 2017, and I was one of the only ones on YouTube, social media, that picked the Eagles to win. But not only that, I picked them to win in a blowout. And no one was backing me. Everyone said I'm crazy. Eagles fans were like, wow, I don't even know if he's correct or not, right? And I said they were going to win by 9 or 10 or more. They did. And the rest is history. And Eagles fans have been riding with me ever since. You know what I mean? And like, I watched the film. They had a great offensive line, great defensive line. They had the Four Horsemen, another nickname that I created with Jay Ajayi, right? That'll be another nickname or another thing that obviously Peter Schrager will try to steal from me, even though it's years later. Nothing will ever surprise me. They love stealing Orion's material. Just like Sack Lunch in Madden, and obviously Uncle Momentum, which they stole and put it on Good Morning Football on Monday after the Chiefs and Bengals. If you want to see the footage, you can go to my Instagram or Twitter, and you can see the footage of Peter the Weasel Schrager stealing my fucking material, claiming it's his, that he made it up. I call it Uncle Mo, Kyle Brandt. What's that? Uncle Momentum. You feel it, he said. Get the fuck out of here, you thief. No respect for Peter Schrager ever again. A lot of disrespect, man. Biggest form of flattery is imitation, often imitated, never duplicated, baby. All right? I'd rather have J-Jaw. He can block at least. Ragor's first. Yeah, I get it, but both of them are busts. All right, both of them are garbage. Can we agree on that? I mean, you both could have gotten better players in both rounds. They both didn't work out. But at least you got Dallas Goedert. You hit there. Jalen Hurts is nice. All right, Devontae Smith is nice. All right, so you still hit on some. You're not going to hit on all. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the problem with the Eagles. Sometimes they go after the wrong guy. And sometimes they think it's a team fit, a scheme fit. But sometimes you just got to go off talent. You got to go off talent, not just scheme fit or team fit. You know what I mean? Also this year, I don't know. Let's be honest. Both of them are kind of garbage. I mean, can we at least agree to that? I mean, I like Ragor personally more than J-Jaw, but JJ Arcega-Whiteside, Ragor, I don't know. Definitely both are busts. There we go. We can agree on that. They both could have gotten players that are much better than what they got. That's facts. And I'm rooting for you guys. I root for the Eagles. I know that some people think the Eagles have a toxic fan base. I'll tell you, a lot of other fan bases that are more toxic than the Eagles, they're just passionate. I think sometimes that's what happens. You take passion. I mean, you threw snowballs at Santa, so that's unforgivable. All right. You threw snowballs at Santa, and there are some horrible Eagle fans. But I've actually met more loving, caring, passionate Eagle fans. I mean, we get more donations from Eagles fans on this channel than almost any other fan base, except for maybe like Nate the Great, who's a Broncos fan, Holly Hundo, Odin's son, Cyberpunk 53 from the Chiefs and the Chiefs Kingdom, and Saints fans, they donate as well. But I mean, there's just certain fan bases that just love their team and have so much passion. And I think a lot of times that passion gets misconstrued. But I've never had a problem with the Eagle fans. And honestly, if I'm rooting for one team in the NFC East, who do you think I'm rooting for? I'm rooting for you guys. It's not going to be the Cowboys. It's not going to necessarily be the Washington Commies. All right, the Commanders. What are you commanding? L's? Yeah, that's what you're commanding, okay? The Giants? No thanks. You know what I mean? So if there's one team that I have a connection with on this channel, it's definitely Bird Gang 114, Bird Gang 951, and a lot of the Eagles fans. David Goldstein in the building. We always have Eagles representation on the channel, and I love it, man. I love it. Calvin Griffin. Garrett Wilson has better hands than Olave, especially contested catches. Olave ain't bad, but he has a smaller build. But who was a better touchdown machine? Wasn't Olave a better touchdown machine? A little bit more of a knack of the end zone. So maybe someone's got better hands and maybe a better route runner in Wilson. All right, but who got in the end zone? I mean, are we just like taking that for granted? Like, oh, Olave got in the end zone and he was a touchdown machine, but he's not going to do it in the NFL? Is that what we're saying? Even though Olave is a better route runner? Health-wise with the size. They're about the same size, though. I mean, I know the build is one thing, but based on this, unless they do steroids, Wilson is 6 foot, 192, okay? And then Olave is 6'1", 188. They're the same. I mean, obviously, one build might be a bigger or smaller than the other, but, I mean, there's an Eagles bar, an Eagles Nest, 2 minutes from my house. And I used to watch games there, and their owners are from Philly that own bars out here. And I would go there with my Tampa hard hat and my jerseys. And I was the only one that they would put my game on with audio, right? It would be Eagles TVs everywhere. And they would let me watch my game there. And they wouldn't let anyone else. I mean, they were cool. They were very nice to me. You know what I mean? Even though I'm a Buccaneer fan and, the history with the Eagles and the Bucks, but they were always super nice to me. And the funny thing is I haven't been there since I started the YouTube channel. So I haven't been there in years. So they have no idea that I'm on YouTube unless they found me. So it's like I almost would like to go there and do like a live stream from the bar so you guys can see the energy. They sing the song, the Fly Eagles Fly. They do merch giveaways after every quarter and at halftime. They have about 100 people that are Eagles fans all over Washington and Oregon that go to this bar and watch the games together, chanting, screaming, getting drunk. Just a fun environment. You know what I mean? And it's like one of the best sports bars that's for a theme of one team I've ever been to. Really, really nice people. You know what I mean? Some of them are crazy. You know what I mean? As we get crazy people in every fan base, but I really did enjoy my time there. Then maybe Rodgers stays in Green Bay. Maybe. But realistically, Rodgers and Devontae Adams are probably gone. Same situation with Waddle and okay. All right, there we go. So that makes a little bit more sense. So Devontae Smith, smaller build, can get in the end zone, won the Heisman, but Waddle has got the bigger frame and maybe has more upside because his frame and so okay, that makes sense. That was a good comparison because like I'm trying to think in my head. Okay, so Smith is like Olave, Waddle is like Wilson. So now that makes sense to me. Okay, that makes sense. All of them are great. With the right time and the right offensive coordinator, Waddle and Smith will elevate their games. And it sounds like Wilson and obviously Olave will be able to elevate their games. I mean, especially if I get, a good quarterback and if Godwin's gone, I mean, that might be the perfect replacement. I mean, shit, I'll take Wilson. Shit, I'll take Olave. I'll take somebody there. Quote me on that ish. And you know what? You're probably going to be right. You know what I mean? A lot of us, we dig deep, we watch film, and he's the only one that's built that big. I'm looking in the first round right now of all the wide receivers, and I believe he is the DK Metcalf frame. Like, he's the only one at wide receiver. Wilson, 6 foot 192. All right. Burks, 6'3", 225. No one else is built like that. That's like a linebacker. Okay. I'm scrolling down to see if there's any other wide receivers that are projected in the first round. Jamison Williams from Alabama, 6'2", 189, but he's still kind of a smaller frame. I mean, he is 6'2", though, so he's got a little bit of height there. Olave, 6'1", 188. Yeah, so by far, and then you got David Bell, who's 6'2", 205. So for Purdue, that could be a sleeper there. But yeah, there's nobody built like that. So, I mean, if you can get the guy the ball, it sounds like Treylon Burks from Arkansas. He said with 2 wide receivers off the board, he said they're limited, but he might be the best wide receiver to come out of the class. Unique combination of size and speed. Okay. So yeah, I could totally agree with you because when you get a guy like DK, and DK is not going to be on Seattle, he's moving on. So I wonder where he's going to end up. There's going to be some, potential good spots for him. I mean, if he ends up going to like the Jets with Zach Wilson, that could really elevate Zach Wilson's game. You know what I mean? If he ends up going to a team like that, I know it's kind of a downgrade going from Seattle to the Jets, but I mean, for the teams like the Jets to be good, they're going to need to be able to get guys like that. You're not high on Hurts. Well, obviously, I don't know if Wilson or Watson's going to be available, but I mean, Gardner Minshew has some game. Hurts had some game, but I think Hurts is like a Dak. It's like a Dak 2.0. I think a lot of people, it's all about leadership. If they like you, if they're going to play hard for you, and obviously you need more weapons, at the wide receiver and the O-line and the defense. So once you start getting these other pieces, I think a lot of people are going to be more on the Hurts bandwagon rather than thinking that they can replace him. Because I would take Hurts on this team than any quarterback that's in the draft. I would be more confident with someone that's already in the system for a year or two rather than any of these guys that are in the draft this year. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, I know a lot of Eagles fans don't like Hurts, but I do. I would take him on Tampa Bay. You want to give him to Tampa Bay, I'll take him. I think he could be successful. I think that Hurts could lead me to an NFC championship game if I got more pieces around him, depending on who I lose and who I gain. I mean, I think he's got potential. He's not going to be, more than likely a top 5 or top 10 quarterback ever. I mean, he might be able to sniff number 10, at one point or another in his career, maybe, but he's probably going to be an 11 through 20 type of quarterback, kind of like a Kirk Cousins, Carr, Baker, Tannehill, Mariota. He's going to be kind of like one of those guys. You know what I mean? Fast and strong. Well, based on, like I said, 6'3", 225, I don't see anyone else built like that. So, yeah, I definitely could see him being the best wide receiver in the draft. And like I said, you're right a lot of the time too, Calvin. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. But, when you have someone that watches a lot of film and, goes through the process, we usually like to make our own opinions. And you know what? If I had to bet that you're right, I would probably say, yeah, I bet you probably are right. Watch Saints draft someone like Jordan Davis from Georgia, and I won't be mad at it. You don't know. Saints draft a kicker in the first round. I mean, you never know what the hell they're going to do, dude. It's always going to be some random name, just like it was last year. Justin Jefferson on TV right now with the grill, platinum grill with the gritty hat. That's pretty sick. All right, I see you with the shades as well. All right, I see you. Yeah, Corral. Yeah. I mean, a lot of them have a lot of skills. I mean, I've watched tape and I've watched film of a lot of these guys. I mean, I've seen Malik Willis with a couple, highlights. I haven't watched a lot of Liberty games because I would be lying to you if I did. Like, who the fuck watched Liberty? Nobody. Okay. But I'm going to go back and watch some Liberty games and some highlights to get a little bit of a gauge, with him. but I'm not really sold necessarily on him. Kenny Pickett, I see some skills there, but I just don't know if he can translate to the NFL. Matt Corral looks like he's got some, potential there, but I mean, what are you going to get from Ole Miss? Are you going to get an Eli Manning type of player? Or are you going to get, a jobber? I mean, I don't really know. I'm not really sold on any of these QBs, so I wouldn't take Matt in any round. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would either. I don't know, maybe good for Pittsburgh, but I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to. It's a little undersized for me. 6'2", 205. That's a little too small for me. I don't know if that's going to pan out, man, especially in the NFL. NFL Friday morning Q&A with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ORION NWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. And I'm going to be doing a stream later today as well. Steelers have interviewed 3 other candidates: Ed Dobbs, Indianapolis executive, Chargers personnel, JoJo Wooden, and then Ryan Cowden. Okay. Sarah Small is always sending me information. We got YouTube GM as my stats and analytics guy. Sarah handles the donos and everything else, keeping me up to date. And like I said, I'll be doing another stream later on this evening, sometime between 5 and 7 p.m. Pacific time. Probably another, just hang out, drink beer, Q&A, probably 6 to 8 o'clock, probably tonight, but I'm grinding, you know what I mean? This is my full-time job now. So I'm hustling, I'm grinding. Obviously you hope that you get the views and the subs and the donos, but I know they're going to come. And like I said, sometimes you're going to get a huge $500 donation, from someone like Nate the Grape. He's already done a couple of those. And it's not like I need to be rich or anything. I just need to be able to survive enough to be able to pay bills and pay rent. And I'm going to keep hustling. I'm going to keep grinding. And like I said, hopefully we get to a point where we can do raids and things of that nature. So if there's anyone in the room right now that has any backup accounts or any friends that could sub to the channel, we need to regain 4 subs of people that I booted out of the channel. It seems like every time we get to 20, then we end up losing a couple, maybe just like dead accounts, porn bots or whatever, but we need 4 more subs to get back to that 20K number, which would be great. You back and forth on Willis? Yeah, I don't think I like Matt that much, but I think with Pickett, with Kenny and Malik, they probably have the best chance of being pretty good. And we're going to see Malik. We're going to see Malik on the next level, try to do some things. And it'll be funny to see if we end up getting the Saints and the Panthers picking those 2 quarterbacks. It's very possible. Very, very possible. It's never too early to start drinking beer. That's facts. And my girlfriend works from home, but she took today off to go to a school orientation to try to get her daughter to go back into school. So that's why she's not here. And I said, fuck it. I might as well just hop on for, an hour or two and, hang out with your boys. And like I said, just do a quick Q&A in the morning to see if anything breaks in the morning. And we're going over a little draft here as well, which is nice. And NFL Friday morning Q&A, as well as a mock draft. And we'll probably do some more of that. I'll keep that up on my screen, and we'll probably talk about that more later tonight as well. And like I said, if you guys have anything else you want to talk about, draft, your team, the Super Bowl, anything you guys want to talk about, we can go ahead and do that. I've been going online here for an hour and 28 minutes. So I'll probably stay online for another half hour or so, because your boy's grinding as a hustler, so I'll always do that. I'll keep grinding and hustling, and unless no one else has anything really worthy to talk about, I can always save some other stuff for later tonight. But I'm grinding, I'm hustling. So if there's any other questions or comments or anything that anyone wants to talk about, let me know. But as far as news, we've had a kind of a busy week, right? So we got Dougie P is the head coach, so a minority coach not getting a job. Russell Wilson to the Buccaneers. Yes, please. Let's make that happen. All right. We got some patches from the Super Bowl with the Rams. Cam Akers looking nice. Von Miller looking nice there as well. It's the anniversary of the Philadelphia Eagles and Eagles fly, Philly. Super Bowl uniforms are going to be black with white pants with the Bengals, and obviously the white tops and the yellow pants for the Rams. So we know that. There's been a lot of controversy. Hugh Jackson, hey, I got 50,000 to lose, right? Brian Flores is saying I got 100,000 to lose games, right? Who's telling the truth? This guy's telling the truth. What about this guy? I don't know if this guy's telling the truth or not. Maybe he's just jumping on it for clout, right? Shane McMahon fired by WWE from his dad, Vince. Is that true? I haven't heard it out of Shane's mouth or Vince's mouth, but the inside circles with Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer, and a lot of other people. I watch a lot of WWE and AEW. Supposedly he's gone. The Washington the Washington Commanders. Dumb name, dumb jerseys. Like I said, the white one probably looks the best to me, and it's a little too Arizona Cardinal-y for me. It needs to be more burgundy than red. This might be the best thing that has, they got going for them, this patch on the back. The jerseys are horrible. This might be the best one right here. Look at Chase Young's face. They did an interview with him a month ago, and they asked him, Commanders, what do you think? From an A to F, he gave it an F. Look at his eyes, puppy dog eyes. He's like, this fucking sucks. I want traded. But the jersey looks clean, but it needs to be a little bit more burgundy. But if I was buying one, that would be the one I would buy. That or Scary Terry McLaurin. Everything else, change the W on your helmet, my dude, because you're not commanding anything. You're commanding L's. Jordan face, crying meme. Okay? Kevin O'Connell. So it looks like he's going to be taking the job or the opportunity away from Jim Harbaugh. We thought Jim Harbaugh was going to be the guy. Now he says that he doesn't want to, they did a 9-hour interview, and I guess they didn't want him. So they're going to go Kevin O'Connell, the OC from the Rams. All right. And then obviously if they don't go with him, they're going to go with Raheem Morris. It sounds like is the second choice. We'll have to wait and see. So a lot of things going on in the news, right? Then we obviously saw the text messages, Bill Belichick to Flores, right? Bill Belichick doesn't know how to use technology, apparently. Flores decided to sue the NFL, for obviously a class action complaint, for racism, and obviously said the Denver Broncos and Elway were drunk, and he's not getting a fair shot, to do things. Obviously with Tom Brady, we know he is a GOAT. He is walking away from the game, so now I'm going to have to start over. Josh McDaniels, Raiders, he got an opportunity to be the head coach. And then obviously, as we know, within the last week and a half, Dennis Allen should be the head coach of the Saints. If not, he'll stay as DC. Dan Quinn is staying as DC. They do need to fire Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. Eberflus is going to Dubas. All right, so we'll see what he does there. And then Nathaniel Hackett, the OC, is going to be going to the Denver Broncos. And then bye-bye, Sean Payton. Oh, yeah. Miss Elizabeth. New world order for life, brother. Oh, yeah. And then we got the Bengals and the Rams. So we got Joe Burrow, Joey Franchise. We know how great he is. Joe Mixon is a fucking stud, the most underrated running back in the league, besides maybe Chris Carson. Jamar Chase is a top 5 wide receiver already with Justin Jefferson. Tyler Boyd, avoid the Boyd. Tyler Boyd. That'll get stolen in 3, 2, 1 by Peter Schrager. Top 30 wide receiver. T. Higgins, top 30 wide receiver. Jesse Bates, the most underrated safety in the game. The best kicker in the game, not named Justin Tucker. Evan McPherson as a rookie. Kitty goes meow. All right, Bengals, I see you. Okay? The more likable team out of the teams in the Super Bowl. And then you got Matthew Stafford. If you're a Lions fan or a Stafford fan, you're rooting for him. Cam Akers coming back from the injury. Good to see. Cooper Kupp making a name for himself as the best wide receiver in the game, not named Devontae Adams or Tyreek the Freak Hill. Odell stepping up for Bobby Trees. Robert Woods doing a fantastic job. He's going to get paid wherever he goes. Fuck, I'll take him in Tampa. All right. Van Jefferson, I see you. Tyler Higbee got hurt in the game. Aaron Donald, the best defensive player maybe ever. Von Miller still got a little bit of swag in game left. Jalen Ramsey, the best corner in the game. Ramley, I see you. It's just a lot easier to root, for the who? The Chiefs? No. The Bengals rather than the Rams. But we'll see what happens. So that was kind of like a quick little breakdown, of everything that's been going on right now in the league. Said Kenny got upside if he can get with the right OC and quarterback coach. Matt is a poor man's Derek Carr at best. That might be a stretch too. If I was the Niners, I would rather keep Garoppolo over Lance. Honestly, Lance is overrated. But we don't really know how good Lance is, Bird Gang. I mean, he's a project QB. And if you got guys like Debo and Make Him Puke, Ayuk, George Kittle, Trent Williams, and you got, guys on defense like Fred Warner. I mean, there's opportunities there. Eric Armstead's still there. So it's not like he has to be great. You can plug and play any quarterback. I mean, shit, they got Jimmy G to a fucking Super Bowl. They got Jimmy G to an NFC championship game. And Jimmy G is just a guy that fucks up all the time. He's just like a game manager. So, I mean, it can only get better with Trey Lance. I mean, Trey Lance is a project, but he might end up being the best one out of them all because he's got the best supporting cast and Kyle Shanahan. So, I mean, I know that you got Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, but let's be honest, the Jags and the Jets are kind of a dumpster fire still. Not as bad as the Lions or the Texans, but it's not looking good yet. It's going to take time, right? Mac Jones. I mean, you don't got Josh McDaniels anymore, but you got the Patriots and the Belichick. So we'll see what he does, but he's kind of limited on his skill set. Justin Fields seems like he's the best one out of them all. He's got the athleticism, the arm, the legs, but we got to see what Eberflus and what they can surround him around. He needs weapons at wide receiver and tight end, not Cole Kmet and not Allen Robinson. I mean, Mooney's decent, but Allen Robinson's probably gone. So I don't know. I don't think Trey's that bad. I mean, I've seen him. I think that he has potential, man. He said, Bianca getting hoed. Yes. Yes, she is. Commanders. The Commies. Stupid name. You had 2 years, and then you just stole the San Antonio Commanders name from the AAF, and then you stole their hashtag. Stupid. Van Jefferson, most underrated receiver. He's nice. I saw him at Florida. I see the game. See a lot of clips and Lions fans rooting for Stafford. Very wholesome. Of course. Well, for a guy that fucking absolutely couldn't get anything done there, of course they're rooting for him. But if you're not a Lions fan or a Stafford fan, right, or an Aaron Donald fan or, you know, Cooper Kupp or whatever, who the fuck is really rooting for the Rams? Like, we already know they're probably going to win, but we don't want them to win, right? I mean, they just, like, bought their team with, you know, OBJ and Von Miller. Like, I don't know if anyone's really rooting for them. If I'm betting money on the Rams. But do I want them to win the Super Bowl? Fuck no. I'd rather have the Bengals win. Joe Burrow is way more likable. I just think that the Saints players on there. I love Von Bell. I love T-Rex. I just like the Bengals defense and the Bengals players. I just like their team better. There's not a lot of guys on the Rams that I like. Now, if those players were on my team or on another team, I'd probably like them more, but I'm just not a fan of the Rams. I don't like them. I don't like them. I respect them. They're good. They beat my team. But, you know, I'd rather have the Bengals win. But I don't know if they can, but I hope they do. I hope the Bengals win the Super Bowl. That would make me feel so good, because then I would hear all these Rams fans bitching and crying. You know, how you tried to buy your Super Bowl and then you didn't win. And then Joe Burrow, MVP. Yes, give me that. That'd be great for the league. And then instead of Patrick Mahomes being the face of the NFL, hello, who's the face of the NFL? If Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl, right, it's not going to be no longer this guy as the face of the NFL. The clone, the Grim Reaper. All right, Showtime. Nope, move over. Move over, Patrick. We got a new face. It's this guy, Joey B. Joey Franchise. He could definitely take over as the face of the NFL. To go from worst to first with a horrible offensive line and then to win the Super Bowl, it would be fucking unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. Will the Thrill, where have you been? Where have you been, Will? I know you've probably been working a lot and you've probably been doing the football thing. Good to see you, man. How's the weather out there in your neck of the woods overseas? Your boy's grinding, man. I'm grinding. I've been recording pretty much every day for 2 to 3 hours. Girlfriend decided to take work off today to do an orientation with her daughter to get her back in school in person instead of remote. So that's why I'm doing the stream this morning. And then I'll be doing another stream tonight, because that's what your boy does. I grind. Don't forget Eli Apple, the GOAT. My God, Eli Apple. Oh, look who's on TV right now. Oh, shit. Look who's on TV on NFL Network. The brand new Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback of 2022, Dangerous Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, Mr. Unlimited. Sierra and Russell, Mr. Unlimited. Oh, baby. God, he looks good in that uni. I'm not going to give this up. Give me Russ over Aaron any day. Give me Russ over Aaron any day. That looks clean. If Russell comes to Tampa Bay, I will buy that jersey. No cap. I will buy the jersey of Russell if he comes to Tampa Bay. And I haven't even bought a Brady one. I don't like buying offensive jerseys. I just don't like doing it. I like buying guys that we draft, like a Devin White, a Levante David. That's why I have jerseys like that. Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks. You know what I mean? Russell. Still got plenty of time in his bag to win another Super Bowl before it's over. Brady, Breeze, Rodgers on their way out, turning over the reins of Herbert, Burrow, and Mahomes. What about Josh Allen? Josh Allen, good. Josh Allen, good. You got to put Josh Allen in that mix, man. Josh Allen's starting to really ball out. But until they get a running back, like I've said for the last fucking few years, they're never going to win because they need balance. It can't be Singletary. It can't be Zach Moss. It can't be Matt Breida. You need yourself a Nick Chubb, a Jonathan Taylor. You need someone fucking better to have, you know, a little bit of balance so Josh Allen isn't running all over the place with his legs. He can focus on staying in the pocket and then handing the ball off. I'm telling you, once they get an elite top 10 running back, the Bills will win a Super Bowl or get to a Super Bowl. My personal opinion. Well, Gabriel went off. I don't think anyone anticipated him getting 4 tutties. You know what I mean? It used to be Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, as far as like underrated guys. Tyler get to the door and lock it, but now they're starting to get a little bit more pub. But Van Jefferson definitely has some skills. Gabriel Davis obviously showed out, but we need to see consistency. Alan taking over for Big Ben.
Another great year for you. We're looking forward to seeing you this weekend. I'll see you guys. All right, go on. Yep, see you guys.
NWSF for life, brothers. What to do? It's never too early to start drinking. I started the stream at 9, 10 in the morning. Fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm grinding. This is my full-time job now. I've always had other like sales jobs or warehouse jobs, but with depression and anxiety, you know what I mean? I feel that, with the fan base that I have, as long as I keep grinding it out, I think I should be able to financially make it work. You know what I mean? Like I said, obviously during football season, the donos are going to be very, very high. In the off season, we're still going to have the draft and other things. But as long as I keep pushing and working hard, from February to July, I still think that, I can make it work. And I would rather not do any other job and just focus on YouTube, or if I have to do something part-time, but I don't want to have 2 jobs or 3 jobs anymore. It's just too fucking stressful for me. You know what I mean? It's just too stressful. I've lost jobs, due to depression and anxiety. And obviously if I can end up just, doing my dream and I can financially make it work, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to hang out with y'all, and I'm going to put in so much hard work and energy and effort. And, if Madden is stealing from me and Peter Schrager is stealing from me, I know people are watching. It don't matter if I got less than 20 people in the room. They're still stealing my shit. All right. So even if Peter Schrager is saying that, hey, everyone and their brother's mama has got a podcast, that doesn't mean that the podcasts are good. There's a lot of shit that's out there. I mean, I'll go on my Twitter feed and I'll see 50 people with fucking these podcasts, but they all fucking suck. I'm not trying to be a hater, but it's like, they're not good. You just got randos, talking or whatever. But it's like, there's some of us that are really taking this shit seriously, that put in the time and the effort. You know what I mean? I mean, anyone can, download an app and start one. But, you have to put in the dedication of the film study, the reading. You have to have a good voice. You have to be able to vibe with the fans. It's not like anyone can just hop in and be successful. That's the honest truth. You know what I mean? There's a reason why there's certain people. I mean, everyone has dreams and passions. And if you're going to go in, you got to go all in, But I've seen a lot of booty ones. Just like a lot of okay. Like you might have the presentation and the looks of a professional podcast, but if you actually listen to the content, dude, it makes my ears bleed. I'm like, what am I listening to? I am not listening to this. Be better. MT and Sean Payton. Well, Sean Payton ain't even on the team no more. Sean Payton on that team no more. He gone, dude. Dallas Cowboys. We damn boys. Sean Payton. We damn boys. Jerry Jones. He's like, hey. He's like, you don't want to be there no more, right? He's like, nah, I don't know. Yeah, Taysom 4-year, $40 million. Just say you're gonna take a year off, and then we'll give you a large deal. Okay, bye. Jerry to good old Sean Payton. Good old Sean Payton. Yeah, MT need to go. Yeah, like I said, hopefully everything is going good, man. You know what I mean? You just got to keep hustling, keep grinding. You know what I mean? And I actually read one of my friend's Facebook feeds, this girl that I went to school with, and I didn't know that she was in like an abusive relationship. And I know she's had some anxiety, maybe not necessarily suicidal thoughts that she was going to go through with it, but she was not in a good stage. And I thought that, she was with this dude for a couple years. And I guess that, she had to like go to a friend's house, and she was almost like scared for her life. And she's not with the guy anymore, but I was like, wow, she didn't have money to go get a hotel. And so you never know, what people are going through. It's good to check up on your friends, say hello, make sure you're, having good relationships with people that mean something to you, and check up on your friends. I mean, like I said, especially with this COVID time period, but I messaged her, I said, we go through a lot of this shit too. I got depression and anxiety, and I told her, if you ever need anything, reach out to me. Cause I don't want to see any of my friends, hurt themselves, or see any of my friends, be in a bad situation. But you never know what's going on at home with your friends unless you're living there and you're there about it. So, but it made me feel good reaching out to her, and she reached back. So, anytime I can help some friends out, I definitely want to. Peyton under contract for the next 3 years. He can't just go to the Cowboys. Well, do you really think he's coming back? What about the contract being void? Is there any certain amount of time or anything in the contract verbiage where he can pay back the money and he can just walk away? Or is it just like he's legally bound that he has to? So what, he's just going to wait it out for 3 years and then go that route? Hold on. Hello? What's up? Okay, did you guys walk? Oh, I thought walking was easy. It only takes 5 minutes, she said. Okay.
Everybody can be happy. Bucks, Jets, Cincinnati, Miami, Giants. Anyway, 14 interviews for Eric Bieniemy Saturday.
All right. Well, I'm streaming right now, but I'll end the stream and I'll pick you guys up if I need to. So I've been streaming for about 2 hours. So if you need me to pick you up, I'll come pick you. It's just that school down the road, right there, right? Okay.
Well, Al, the two coaches matching wits tonight. John Harbaugh and Bill Belichick have each enjoyed tremendous playoff success. On the injury front, Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman.
Okay. All right. I'll come pick you up then now. All right. Bye. All right. Got to go pick up the girlfriend. Got to go take care of this. So I'll be back later tonight, sometime between 5 and 6 p.m. We'll do another live stream. Appreciate everyone hanging out with your boy. I'll be back later on in a few hours. And I got one question for you. Who talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. And I'm out. Peace. Gang.